Nestled on the quiet shores of Brigantine, New Jersey, there's a small workshop where the sound of waves mingle with the gentle clink of tools and stone. Here, an artist channels her skill, purpose, and passion into a collection of handcrafted treasures, each piece infused with the salt-kissed spirit of the shore and meant to carry its own story. Her name is Karen, and this is Findings by Karen. For over 100,000 years, humans have adorned themselves, not just for beauty, but for meaning. Shells were worn by early ancestors, beads were buried with pharaohs, and rings sealed royal promises. Jewelry has always been more than decoration. It has been storytelling, identity, and intention passed from hand to hand, generation to generation. Healing stones, crystals, and gemstones believed to support physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being through their vibrational energy carry that tradition forward. Modern science confirms that crystals vibrate at specific frequencies, a property that makes them useful in electronics. Yet their healing effects remain a matter of belief. Ancient cultures such as the Sumerians, Indians, and Chinese assigned spiritual and symbolic roles to these stones. The Sumerians incorporated lapis lazuli and carnelian into rituals. Practitioners of Ayurveda in India used crystals to balance energy, and in China, jade came to symbolize purity and longevity. Crystals experienced a resurgence during the New Age movement of the 1960s to 80s, when they were embraced for emotional healing and energy balancing. Today, they remain a fixture of wellness and mindfulness practices. And in a quiet corner of Brigantine, New Jersey, one artist is keeping that legacy alive in her own way. Just a few years ago, Karen was leading surgeries, not sketching necklaces. As a skilled veterinary surgical technician at a nonprofit clinic, she spent her days caring for animals, saving lives, and working under pressure. Yet even amid that meaningful work, something was missing. Something creative, something personal. Karen has always loved making jewelry. Even when working full-time in veterinary medicine, she'd come home and start sketching designs or stringing beads. This was her release from a busy day. In 2022, she made a bold decision to step away from the operating room and follow a dream that had long been calling. She packed up her life, moved to Brigantine, and began a new chapter, one that would transform her passion into a business. The name Findings by Karen speaks to more than jewelry parts. It speaks to discovery, of place, of purpose, of self. Here in this tranquil coastal town, Karen creates jewelry that fuses timeless design with ethical intention. Each piece tells a story, crafted with elements sourced from fair trade communities, vintage collections, and components made by fellow artisans. These aren't mass-produced pieces from a factory line. They're one-of-a-kind, deeply personal designs where every clasp, every stone, every curve has been touched by human hands and guided by thoughtful vision. Every piece is special, not just beautiful, but meaningful. Something someone can wear and feel a connection to. In a world overwhelmed by fast fashion and fleeting trends, Findings by Karen is a return to craft, a celebration of creativity, sustainability, and community. Here in Brigantine, Karen found more than a new home. She found a community, a place where creativity is supported, stories are shared, and handmade still matters. But behind every small business owner, there's often someone quietly holding it all together. Being the spouse of a small business owner isn't always easy, but Rich takes the role seriously. Whether he's setting up displays, cheering Karen on, or simply being there when things get tough, Rich is always by her side. And if you've met him, you know he's one of the kindest people on the island. In every piece of jewelry, there's a story. Findings by Karen is a story of love, for craft, for community, and for the people who help make dreams possible. From ancient times to the present day, jewelry has always told a story, and in the hands of artists like Karen, supported by hearts like Rich's, it still does. From surgical precision to artistic expression, Karen's journey reminds us that it's never too late to start fresh. And sometimes, the smallest pieces can tell the biggest stories.